Thanks, Darren. Making headlines on Thursday, the U.S. Department of Commerce fired more than 1,200 probationary weather forecasters and federal employees from the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration. News Channel 20's Monique Davis sat down with a meteorology expert to see how this could impact the future of the country. Monique?
That's right. I spoke to the head of the Department of Climate, Meteorology, and Atmospheric Sciences at the University of Illinois, and he tells me firing public safety workers erases their ability to plan for the future.
Pretty much all of our lives are touched by weather, climate, and other issues on a daily basis. National Weather Service is helping us stay safe, and when these people get fired, it reduces their capability to keep us safe.
The National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration fired nearly 10% of its workforce following Elon Musk's push to downsize the federal workforce. U of I Department Head of Climate Steve Nesbitt says Central Illinois could face consequences from these actions.
As you know, the weather impacts our economy here in Central Illinois, agriculture, transportation, all these really important things that meteorologists help us be effective at making money.
The employees affected were probationary employees, and according to the NOAA, federal workers get hired on two tracks. One has a 1-year probationary period, and one has a 2-year probationary period. The people affected yesterday were in those periods. The statement goes on to say they were a combination of new positions created within the last year or two, or hired within the last year or two to fill an established position that was vacant due to someone leaving it to move away, retire, or for other personal reason. Nesbitt says it will take a group effort from government officials, academia, and weather forecasters to stay up to date on weather issues.
We'll hopefully try to pitch in and help keep the weather information that we all need available, but it's going to get a lot harder, and it's not going to be perhaps as accurate, which is a difficult thing to think about.
I also reached out to the National Weather Service in Lincoln to see if any of their employees were affected. They referred me to their Public Affairs Department, and they declined an interview at this time. Reporting in studio, I'm Monique Davis. Back to you.
Thanks, Monique. Now, the National Weather Service in Lincoln issues warnings and watches for Central Illinois. It's where our meteorologists get their data to build their forecasts for our viewers. Making headlines following the massive layoffs at the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, Illinois universities are searching for ways to keep their students interested in this field of work and keep them encouraged. News Channel 20's Monique Davis spoke to a U of I professor to see how he's helping his students. Monique?
That's right. Meteorology professor Steve Nesbitt tells me his mission is to prepare his students for a wide variety of careers in weather. Steve Nesbitt says most of his students have been dreaming of being a meteorologist since they were kids. Following the news of more than 1,200 public safety workers being fired, Nesbitt says weather careers can include working with insurance companies on risk analysis cases.
There's more to do than just weather forecasting. I think they'll be successful in other weather careers like television or doing data analysis or working with farmers.
As the layoff cycle could potentially continue, Nesbitt tells his students to not get discouraged. Now, Nesbitt says it is frustrating to hear his fellow colleagues and friends be let go from the positions they studied hard for. Reporting in studio, I'm Monique Davis. Back to you.
Thanks, Monique. Now, the NOAA administration fired nearly 10% of its workforce following Elon Musk's push to downsize the federal workforce. Thank you for watching. Make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel and watch more videos from News Channel 20.